Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to talk about. Mainly, we have midterms to talk about. We have midterms. We have midterms that will be perhaps the biggest, most important, most monumental election of our lifetime. This is different from and when Trump was giving that speech, it was kind of funny. He said, well, it was kind of funny. He's like, oh, I don't know who said that, but I don't know if I believe it. But he knows that it's very important. We can decide whether to move forward as a nation with a great economy, with a foreign policy that isn't a neoconservative foreign policy, that is a foreign policy and an America and an economy and a society that rejects the Hillary Clintons, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Bill Clintons of the world. They control the Democratic Party. So we can decide. We have a choice. Dean Diefendorf, rally the troops. Dean, thank you. We have a monumental, epic, historic, life-altering decision to make. And I'm going to mail in my early voting ballot soon. Speaking of that, early to my super chat, again, thank you so very much. Let me read this to you. Let me give you some great news on a day that's been very bizarre. Republicans outpacing Democrats in early voting in key states. NBC News finds, okay, the blue wave is done. There is no more blue wave. The blue wave would have been evident in early voting. If people are chomping at the bit, if they're waiting, if they're like, oh my God, I can't wait to get orange, Pol Pot out of here. If they just can't, well, oh my God, he's so boorish. I have trouble getting it on with the missus or with the mister, like some people who have the derangement syndrome. If that was really the case, you would have seen it in early voting, okay? You're not seeing it. I am telling you, and I respectfully disagree, and I respectfully disagree with 538, with Cenk Uygur, with The Economist, with Sabato, with Cook. I wrote a Daily Caller article on this subject, and with any of the wonderful viewers who watch, who perhaps might disagree with me, I love you. I think the majority do agree with me. But I'm telling you right now, look into my eyes, look at me. I will be right. The GOP will keep control of the House. The Democrats are not getting 23 seats. With a caravan, with a Kavanaugh, with a great economy, they're only 2 and 8 in special elections. They got completely pulverized. They were pulverized, obliterated, decimated in special elections. And now you have early voting. Like, I wouldn't even be too worried if early voting was Democrat, because early voting, I think the Democrats were ahead in early voting in 2016. But I'll read you right now. And this is, be here on November 6, 2018. It's going to be a moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, where Americans assert their sovereignty, assert their just common decency, logic, common sense. You don't give the keys to the Ferrari to a person who, let's see, it's a political party that has max boot, neoconservative, and Medicare for all people, social justice, or identity politics. I mean, you have on one side, you have people that claim to be morally superior, so much so they call their political Anybody who disagrees with them, even people on the left, they call them fascists. Those people are actually on the same side as the neoconservatives, Max Boot, Bill Kristol, Robert Kagan, people who believe that the Iraq War was a great thing. There is no Democratic Party. There is just people, a whole bunch of different types of people with different political ideologies, almost always in conflict with one another, who just want power back. They don't like Trump's personality. If Trump had a more establishment personality, they really wouldn't have anything to talk about. Because we have a great economy, the foreign policy is good. There are other you had exposing corrupt FBI agents, they don't care. FBI agents who set up innocent people, George Papadopoulos, Carter Page, Trump, they're all innocent people. But let's read this. Okay, let's talk about a blue wave. Monica Hurley, Dems are so I'm not going to Monica Hurley, thank you. Styx has a great take on that. Thank you so very much, Monica Hurley. Thank you. They are absolutely out of their minds, Democrats, and they're very, very frightening. Let's put it that way. Republicans outpacing Democrats in early voting in key states, NBC News finds. The data suggests enthusiasm among early GOP voters that could put a dent in Democratic hopes for a blue wave in the midterms. Well, you already know there's going to be a red wave in the Senate. If there's a red wave in the Senate, and now you have early voting going to to Republicans, where is this 23-seat gain? Like, you actually do need a blue wave for that. You're not going to get it. Is the blue wave turning purple? Republican-affiliated voters have outpaced Democrat-affiliated voters in early voting in 7 closely watched states. This is a nationwide thing. 7 states, according to data provided by Target Smart and independently analyzed by NBC News Data Analytics Lab. So they can't spin it. I mean, you just can't spin the numbers. The numbers are what they are. And Republicans exceed. Republican votes exceed Democratic votes. GOP-affiliated voters have surpassed Democratic-affiliated ones in early voting in Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Montana, Tennessee, and Texas. Okay, Democrats have to win congressional seats in those states. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. GOP-affiliated voters have surpassed Democratic-affiliated ones in early voting in Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Montana, Tennessee, and Texas. The data showed only in Nevada have Democratic-affiliated voters exceeded Republican-affiliated voters so far in early voting, according to the data. Key races are underway in 7 of those 8 states and will prove pivotal in determining which party controls the chamber. The latest data suggests robust enthusiasm among early Republican voters that could put a dent in the Democratic hopes for a blue wave. In next month's midterm elections, Republicans typically dominate early voting by absentee ballots, while Democrats tend to have the advantage with in-person early voting. I don't see that advantage among Democrats. I think Republicans are going to show out and force. You had 100,000 people RSVP for Trump in Texas. I don't see this on the ground level. On the ground level. I'm not talking about the elites at CNN, the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, all the subsidiary publications, the Daily Beast, whatever, Slate. There's like 30 publications and late night talk show, Hollywood. They have tried to influence American culture and American politics, and they failed miserably. Over 30 state legislatures, over 30 governors' mansions, the House, the Senate, the executive, the presidency, all dominated by Republicans. So tell me again how Trump, when they say Trump's America, the Democratic Party is decreasing in influence. Their prestige, their influence is dwindling. by the day. So Kristen Sinema and a contest to fill retiring Jeff Flake. Ugh. Him and Ben Sass are horrible. 44% of early voters in Arizona had a Republican affiliation compared to 33% who had a Democratic affiliation. Again, they need to take districts in Arizona. They need that Senate seat. Democrats, they're not going to get it. 23% of early voters were not affiliated with either major party, and this grouped as other. You can rest assured the independents were more conservative in Arizona. Same with Florida, Indiana, Montana, and Tennessee. In Florida, where Democratic Senator Bill Nelson is running for re-election in a tight race against Governor Rick Scott, 44% of early voters had a Republican affiliation versus 38% who had a Democratic affiliation and 18% who were not affiliated with either party. If you're not affiliated with either party, you're probably voting Republican. If you're brainwashed enough to be a Democrat, which I used to be, I'm still technically a Democrat. Party means a lot to Democrats. Doesn't mean that much to conservative-leaning independents. It means pretty much nothing at all, actually. To conservative-leaning independents, they don't care about it. That's why they're independent. And I can assure you that most independents aren't calling people fascist or whatever. Michelle Lamson, thank you so much as always. I need this election now. Complete madness with the left. Great work, HA. Much appreciated. Michelle, your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Michelle Lamson, be here November 6, 2018. We're going to party. We're going to party. There's no way. I'm telling you, 538 is wrong. They'll be wrong again. With all due respect to 538, The Economist said that Democrats are going to get 30 seats. Okay, they haven't earned or achieved 30. I think it was 31 seats in 06. Okay, that's what, 12 years ago. Over a decade, they haven't gotten 31 seats since 2006, and you needed Bush and just a raging conflict in Iraq. That was a different world. Okay, let's put it this way. The last time, we'll say it, Michelle, everyone here, the last time Democrats got 31 seats, and the last time Democrats got over 21 seats. Now, hear me out now. Wait for it. The last time Democrats got more than 21 seats, because 08 was the last time they actually got 21 seats. There was no Facebook. There was no Twitter. There was no Instagram. What else? I mean, Amazon wasn't nearly as big as it is now. YouTube. In 06, YouTube was basically just starting. Like, it was like a small, I think there were 30 people who ran YouTube, and Google had not purchased it yet. And so in 06, I mean, you still had people using VHS machines in 06. Really, you did. You didn't even have digital TVs that were ubiquitous. I mean, 06, the last time they got 30 seats, George Bush was in the White House. Okay. And your cell phone couldn't take video and took horrible pictures. We can go on forever. Michelle Lamson, thank you. George Rivera Jr., traditionally Dems have owned early voting. This is flipped this year. This does not bode well for them. No, it does not. Hillary might want to. I can't say certain things. Thank you, Gary. I can't say certain things, but George Rivera Jr., you're 100% right. Okay, it ain't working for the Democrats. Not going to happen. I'm here to tell you every day is a party before the party. We can enjoy ourselves every single day. George, Michelle, we're all going to just every day. Greg H., thank you. Don't be consumed or influenced, or don't let the media dwindling exponentially in its influence. Don't let this machine get you down, because it shouldn't. They're on the ropes. George Rivera Jr., thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, as always. Australian News, Aussie J. I care for your freedom for my selfish reasons. I see it as you Americans are the freedom ship in which we all sail on. Hence, it is in my interest. The less corrupt political parties run countries. Exactly, Aussie J. Thank you. Thank you. It's in your interests. It's in our interests. It's in the interest of sanity. Can you imagine Nancy Pelosi? Nancy Pelosi. Everybody, who's the boss now? What's up? We won, everyone. We won. That ain't gonna happen. I call her the Katharine Hepburn of politics. Thank you, Aussie J. George Rivera Jr., thank you. Michelle, thank you. In Florida, where Democratic Senator Bill Nelson is running for re-election in a tight race against Republican Governor Rick Scott, 44% of early voters had a Republican affiliation versus 38% who had a Democratic affiliation, 18% who were not affiliated with either party. Okay, so 44 to 38 in Florida. And I can tell you that's where a lot of the money Democrats are spending, in Florida. Not working. Not working. In Indiana, where Democratic Senator Joe Donnelly is facing a re-election challenge from Republican businessman Mike Braun, 51% of early voters had a Republican affiliation compared with 39%. So Braun isn't even going to worry about the Libertarian candidate. 39% who had a Democratic affiliation and 10% who were not affiliated with either party. 51%. So they're getting blown out really in Indiana and Arizona. Florida's close. Montana. In Montana, where Democratic Senator John Tester is up for re-election, a state that President Donald Trump won by 26 points, 46% of early voters had a Republican affiliation, compared with 29% who had a Democratic affiliation and 25% who were not affiliated with either party. So they're getting pulverized there, decimated, obliterated, overwhelmed. Democrats are. In Montana, in Tennessee, let's see, does what's her name, Taylor Swift have influence, where Democratic Governor Phil Breedson is in a close race with Republican Marsha Blackburn to fill retiring Republican Bob Corker's Senate seat. He's another guy I could do without, Corker. 63% of early voters had a Republican affiliation compared with 30%. So it's like they're getting decimated compared with 30% who had a Democrat. And so how does this, if you look at the Real Clear Politics average, it's 8 points. But then, oh, guess what? There was a 3-point Rasmussen and like a 5-point YouGov. If it gets down to below 6 points, you could theoretically get maybe 1 or 2 House seats. Because the polls like, oh, the nationwide polls. So yeah, a whole lot of people are voting in California in safe races and contests for Democrats. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Dark truth. Go out and vote red. Yes. The polls are meaningless and ridiculous. Meaningless and ridiculous. Just completely meaningless. Thank you, Miguel Rosario. Thank you. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you. Thank you, Miguel Rosario. Thank you so much. Thank you. It might be the internet or it might be YouTube, but the Let me know if it's a little blurry here, because I'm looking at this is a little blurry. But at least you could see, at least you could kind of see. You could see John Belushi and George Orwell. Miguel Rosario, thank you so very much. In Tennessee, we're former. Okay, so 63% in Texas. Now, Texas, there's a whole bunch of toss-ups where Republican Ted Cruz is attempting to hold off Democratic Representative Drunko Beto Baracho O'Rourke. 53% of early voters had a Republican affiliation compared with 43% who had a Democratic affiliation. So where's the blue wave? Where is the blue wave? Where is the blue wave? We are being vindicated, and we will be vindicated November 6, 2018. I've been telling you what will take place. And all of these people, these pundits, generally on the left, that dominate the airwaves, they will be wrong again. They will be wrong again. Sorry for the blurry. For I apologize for the blurry picture. Hopefully it gets alleviated soon, or you can see me better soon. But in Texas, so 53% Republican, 43% Democrat. On Monday, the first day of early voting in Texas, thousands of people were camped out. And in Georgia, 52% of early voters had a Republican affiliation versus 43% who had a Democratic affiliation. The only place Republicans didn't have the lead was in Nevada. Republican Senator Dean Heller is up for re-election in a close race against Democratic Representative Jackie Rosen. 45% of early voters had a Democratic affiliation compared with 38%. Okay, Nevada. The data provided by Target Smart and analyzed by NBC News also revealed additional patterns in voting. Women have outpaced male voters thus far, which bodes very well for Republicans. If you have the whole thing with Trump is that he was supposed to be, repulsive to women. Gary Vance, thank you. Uh-oh. Let's see. It's hold on one second. One second, everybody. 1 second. I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. So women voters have outpaced men voters so far in Florida, 55% to 45%. So how is this? More women are voting Republican. Hello? What's going on here? What is going on here? Georgia, 54% to 46%. Indiana, 53% to 46%. Montana, 49 to 48. Tennessee, 52 to 48. Texas, 59 to 41. So you mean to tell me not only are Republicans outpacing Democrats, but female voters are outpacing male voters? So what happened to this gender gap? What happened to this horrific gender gap? I mean, I want to like kind of try to, I could try to get in and out, but I'm hoping that everything works out with the video. I'll try my best. If it doesn't, I'll get out of this screen if it kicks me out again. Male voters have outpaced women voters so far in Nevada. That's it. And in Arizona, 48% and 48% women. So, and then you have suburban voters have outpaced rural voters in Florida. So wait, I thought suburban women weren't supposed to vote for Trump. I thought suburban women didn't like Trump. What happened? What happened? Miguel Rosario, thank you. Rhonda, Iowa girl, the Kavanaugh stuff pissed us off royally. Yep. Yep. I agree. I agree. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Katrina Gams, thank you. I voted for DeSantis. Blue Wave Tidy Bowl is coming. Ha ha ha. Yes. Rhonda, Iowa girl, I agree. That whole thing was just yet another. So you have suburban women voting for Trump. You have the majority of women in early voting voting for Trump. And you have the majority of people on average, Republicans. Okay. As of October 22nd, over 5 million votes have been cast early or absentee. And Republicans, this is a red wave. This is, ladies and gentlemen, a red wave. This is not a blue wave. There's no way that this is a blue wave. This is a red wave. GOP shows new strength. This is Fox. GOP shows new strength in early voting as midterm fight for control tightens. Excuse me. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, like I've been saying from day one, the GOP is going to keep control of the House. And slowly but surely, I am being proved right. Or proven right. GOP shows new strength in early voting as midterm fight for control tightens. Not really. Republicans are actually doing extraordinarily well. Early voting numbers from several key battleground states now show Republican voters turning out in far greater numbers than Democratic ones. Well, why would you? What is there to really hate about the country? If you don't have Twitter, you're pretty much safe from, the Boris Trump. Oh, Trump. Hey, I'm back. John O, you and HB should celebrate on November 6th. HB sticks. Sticks, HB. I like the amazing Lucas. I like Kevin's Corner. Shalala. Sticks. HB, hard bastard. I'm back. So it looks like a red wave. It looks like, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like a red wave. Dare I say a red wave? John O, that's a great idea. Republican voters have taken the lead in turnout numbers in Georgia, Indiana, Montana, Texas, Tennessee, Florida, and Arizona. States that Fox News analysis show are the scenes of close and pivotal House and Senate and gubernatorial races. The results are most striking in Tennessee. Thanks, Taylor Swift, where 63% of early voters are affiliated with the Republican Party. Yeah, it's a red state. Okay. The people who didn't like Trump really don't like him, and the people who liked Trump like him still. And the people who are on the fence, maybe they don't like Trump, but they're like, oh my God, Democrats have lost their brains. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Democrats are insane, got no brain. The results are most striking in Tennessee, where 63% of early voters are affiliated with the Republican Party, compared to only 30% aligned with Democrats. Earlier this month, Taylor Swift told her 110 million followers 109,999,000 don't vote and are like teenagers. You are all absolutely wonderful. Everyone here is wonderful. November 6th, 2018 is going to be a day for me, a day for you, a day for America, a day for the world. This is not about also like November 6th is not about policy, really. It is about sanity. It's not about, you know, it's not really, it is about value system, but it's about sanity, common sense. Do you want us to regress, to move backwards as a country? Because Democrats don't care about any direction they're going. They just want power. There's a difference. Democrats just want power. They don't really, if they could go ahead and if they could sell their souls tomorrow for power, they would do so. They call everyone an extremist, yet they're the extremists. They pretend to be more moral, and guess what? Max Boot votes Democrat. Obama destroyed Libya. Nobody cared on the left. John thank you again. Rhonda, Iowa girl. My hubby doesn't like Trump, but votes straight red anyway. Exactly. A lot of people like that. Rhonda, Iowa girl. A caravan is going to help California go more red. Exactly. John Cox. He has a chance. He has a chance to do something. Rhonda, Iowa girl, thank you. Thank you, Rhonda, Iowa girl, as always. Earlier this month, Taylor Swift told her 110 million followers. These people are like worldwide, too. It's kind of funny. Like people in like, the Netherlands are like, what? Why should I early vote for Breedson? What? Just a week after she wrote the Republican Senate, Marsha Blackburn appalls and terrifies her. Oh my God, you're appalling Taylor Swift. She must be horrible, Marsha Blackburn, and declared that Democrat Phil Breedson has her unequivocal support. It could have been anyone who was a Democrat, and Taylor Swift and anyone else would just say, yeah, that's, we like them. But neither of Swift's calls to action appears to have been affected based on early voting totals. Of course not. Of course not. Like, it's like, at what point do you realize you're losing? You're losing. At what point? Because I've always been this little like mosquito. I've just been this little mosquito since 2015, really. Like, Hillary's not going to win. Not going to win. Not going to win. Not going to win. And then they try to swat me. Swat. And I'm like, they couldn't swat me. Hit piece. They couldn't swat me. Mark Bauer. HA, consider this payment for months of gray without. Mark, thank you so very much. And thank you for watching. Mark, November 6th, 2018. Be here. We're going to party. The House is going to remain Republican. The House is going to remain Republican. And the Senate, it could be 6-8. Ladies and gentlemen, it could be 6-8. And Kathy Griffin and Hollywood and everyone. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Kathy Griffin, I'm going to watch her page. She's actually funny. Unlike a lot of the comedians today and actresses and actors that, I don't know. But she's just going to. Mark, thank you so very much again. Mark Bauer, thank you. And just you watching is great and wonderful, and everyone watching is wonderful. I really appreciate your support. Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. Red Shield. I'm Swiss and my girl is half Japanese. We are visiting Miami. Tomorrow we'll try to vote. Yeah. Well, if you do, go DeSantis and Nelson. Or no, Rick Scott. What am I saying? No, what am I saying? What's wrong with me? Red Shield. Just say you lost your ID and just DeSantis. Anyone with an R, and Rick Scott. That's awesome. Red Shield. Very cool. Very cool. That's so awesome. You'll be able to in Debbie Wasserman Schultz district. That's awesome. Mark, thank you very much again. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Red Shield. And you know what it is? Mark, Red Shield, everyone here, you know what it is? They're not stopping. I'm not going to get into a discussion because YouTube policies, I abide by YouTube policies, and I'm like ultra paranoid. I'm not going to get, they've gone out of their minds. They're gone out of their minds. They're gone out of their minds. They're gone crazy. The left. Thank God I'm not on the left. Thank God. I appreciate the Second Amendment now. I am gonna do a midterm mag dump with all my firearms after we win. I'm gonna put it on Twitter. Mark, thank you again. Jason42, thank you as always. Thank you, HJ, for being you. We all love you, man. Keep it up. Thank you, Jason. Jason T42, thank you so much. I believe you're Jason from Twitter. Thank you so very much always for your support and kind words. Thank you. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun. Jeff Tidwell. Yeah, the hubris is insane. Insane in the membrane. The Democrats are insane. They Canadian Patriot, thank you. Jason, thank you very much. John O, Trump is the best Republican since Eisenhower. Daily reminder, socialism doesn't work. It does. Well, this is the thing, and this is how disingenuous they are. I want everyone here, Jason, everyone here. Crazy Eddie, safely and responsive, exactly. Mark, Jason, John O. You remind me of something, John O. When I was running, I was published 100 times in the Huffington Post, the Salon, the Hill. Of course, I've been published a whole bunch of times in the Daily Caller, and my article weeks back, over a month back, stating that Republicans will keep the House and gain in the Senate. But I never wrote that Bernie was a socialist. I never even really talked here and there. I talked about democratic socialism, but I said I would always make the distinction. Oh, it's different from socialism. And do you know who? And this is a fact. And this is no disrespect to Vox, and this is no disrespect to Ezra Klein. But if they ever wanted to debate, if they ever wanted to bring up that moment in time, I'd be more than happy to. Ezra Klein was interviewing Bernie Sanders, and because he wanted Hillary Clinton to win, he started off the interview as, "Oh, Bernie, you're a socialist, huh?" And Bernie Sanders says, "Democratic socialist." Bernie wanted to differentiate himself from the socialist label. He made the distinction, even though perhaps there's not that much of a distinction. But they were all giddy, and they were all just coy and almost conniving with the way they everyone on the left shied away from that term because they were all Hillary bots. Now that Hillary has, rammed the DNC into like 20 icebergs, they're like, "Oh yeah, we stand for something." They don't even stand for that. Papa D. CNBC is arm waving today's market, but timing in the financial final cliff dive was, yeah. The market, yeah, exactly, Papa D. The market goes up. They're like, oh, stocks aren't a good example of real wealth. Then the market goes down. They're like, Trump, market down, market down. Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad. Republicans are outpacing Democrats by 11 points in Arizona, 6 points in Florida, 9 points in Georgia, 12 points in Indiana, 17 points in Montana, and 10 points in Texas. And we've been saying the Republicans are going to win since May. I was on RT's Crosstalk on television. It's on my pinned tweet. And I've been saying that. And I explain every day why. Republicans are similarly outpacing Democrats by 11 points in Arizona, 6 points in Florida, 9 points in Georgia, 12 points in Indiana, 17 points in Montana, and 10 points in Texas. Yeah, I think the blue wave is done. Excuse me. I think the blue wave is done. Tammy Adams, the Patriot, is voting red, straight red. This Patriot is voting yes. Excellent. Thank you, Tammy. Excellent. Let me just share this out on Twitter. They're not going to know what hit them. Again, and you know what it is? It's not about winning for them. It's about getting. See, actually, with Democrats, the letdown is enough to fuel the rebound. If that doesn't make sense, let me explain. The letdown, when the crushing defeat they'll experience, the absolute crushing defeat, is enough to then pivot towards gerrymandering or whatever, demagoguery, whatever they're going to say. Whatever they're going to say. Christopher, if you're in California, vote John Cox. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thorlax attacks. I'm busting out good bourbon with you on November. Yes. Yes. Vern Crow, I'm trusting your forecast. Thank you. John Soslowski, a hard bastard is awesome. John O, socialism doesn't work. Thank you, Eric. I'm getting all the messages that I didn't get. It's really unbelievable. See, the thing is, what they do is they get people energized or hyped up. I don't say energized. Victor Lugo, the Borg came to found the emphasis and took off Luke. The Borg came to actively found the emphasis and took off ludicrous speed. Oh, that's right. That's right. Spaceballs. Victor Lugo. Victor Lugo. Thank you. H. O'Brennan. Pat J. John O'Brennan. I believe Americans will vote Democrat. We need somebody with charisma and charm. Like Nancy Pelosi. A charming individual. So, let's see. Three straight days. Oh my God, Cook political. The Democrats' late dominance in the airwaves could produce several election night surprises. No, no. People really don't look at. Um, it's more a matter of what is the political party. Is there a leader? Do Democrats have a leader? No. Do they have a message? No. Have they won prior special elections? No. Is Pelosi? Do they have anyone popular within their party? No. Republicans have Trump. Trump. They love Trump. Republicans love Trump. Republican women love Trump. Republican women believe Kavanaugh. So Republicans in general want immigration solved. So the Cook political report is, I mean, I looked at the 36 Cook. I don't know why they're going all in on Democrats. The early voting is actually proving them wrong. It makes no sense. They're like an astounding 112 Democrats outraged GOP opponents in Republican held seats. So what? So what? Karen Handel was outraged by like 5-1 by John Ossoff. John Ossoff spent $30 million in Georgia, more money than any congressional candidate ever, and lost. What makes them think that just out and the Democratic National Committee has raised less than half of what Republicans raised? This is amazing, Cook. We continue to believe anywhere from 20 to 40 Democratic gains is possible. First of all, they need 23. If it's 20, it'd be hilarious. Ain't going to happen. Democrats need to flip 24 Republican-held seats to take the majority in the House. Well, they need 23, though. That's ridiculous. So people are going all in, and the data, and I did an analysis of I did an analysis of 538, and the data is only based on historical precedent. That's it. Only based on historical precedent, but there is no historical precedent for what's taking place. The media has never been this manipulative. I mean, aside from like the early 1900s or late 1800s. Everyone also, there's a new video that Eric H526 has. I'm going to tweet it out, but definitely check out his page. I'm tweeting it out right now. Eric H526. Wait, is there a South Park game? Oh no, it's a Eric H526. Let me wait. Is this Rhonda, Iowa girl? DeSantis, not when his opponents took a bribe from the FBI. Totally. Rhonda, Iowa girl, I agree with you on that. Although I don't, that's a bizarre scandal. From what I've read, it's like the FBI was looking at like everyone around him. But that whole thing is, Gillum needs Hillary Clinton to fundraise for him, so that he's already lost Florida. And in early voting, Republicans have outpaced. So Republicans are similarly outpacing. So I don't know how Cook continues to double down. All of these polling sites, my God almighty, how are they going to explain another loss? So in 2016, I was saying that Hillary Clinton's going to lose. I wrote articles saying that Trump defeats Clinton. And then everyone's like, oh, yeah, look at the polls. The polling experts are so off. It's almost like they're looking at another country. Maybe they're looking at Canada. Republicans are similarly outpacing Democrats 11 points in Arizona, 6 points in Florida, 9 points in Georgia, 12 points in Indiana, 17 points in Montana, and 10 points in Texas. That's a red wave. That's not a blue wave. That is the opposite of a blue wave. So there is no blue wave. There is no blue wave. There is no blue wave. And the worst thing is that you have all of these people on the left are like, oh, these people are so smart. They're so intelligent. They're like, really, you should listen to them. What? Why? Oh, it's a South Park video game. Nice. That is awesome. I didn't even know South Park had a video game. Eric H526. My God. Hold on. Let me see this. I'm watching Eric H526's video game now. Hold on one second. This is so awesome. Oh my God. This is crazy. All right. Got to stop this. Definitely check out Eric H526's channel. He's an amazing moderator. Everything is backfiring on the left. Everything they do, every single thing they say, every single thing they do. So you know what? Let's do a shall we do a always lose no matter what? Let's try that. Computer's running a little slow. It's running a little slow. So let's see. Early voting. The only state was Nevada. So they try to spend. While results do not indicate which candidates or political party actually received the votes, yeah, because Republicans are voting Democrat. Oh my God. Analysts say it's common for more partisan voters to cast their ballots early. Yeah. Kind of like, I don't know, voters in 435 districts. Who will vote party line? Then the Washington Post doesn't know how to spin it. They're like, how do we make this really bad? So then they wrote an article. Will early voting basically will early voting dominance hurt Republicans? How can it hurt Republicans? Will a surge in early voting help or hurt Republicans? Let's see. If they've outpaced Democrats, how on earth could it hurt? Harvey Reid, Harvey, dude. Let me hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. All right. Oh, of course. Everybody. One sec, 1 sec, 1 sec. Hopefully you can hear me. One second, everyone. 1 second. Oh, Lord. Are you serious? Just 1 sec. All right. Can you see me now? Can hear, not see. Can you see? So, all right. So, all right. Hold on. Yeah, but I'm trying. Wrong. All right. So it's Harvey Reid. Thank you so very much, Harvey Reid. Um, I don't know why my internet is all messed up. I have no clue. Will a surge in early voting help or hurt Republicans? Although lately it's been YouTube, not me. This ought to be interesting. All right. Well, I can forget about that. Well, I have like a very, very good internet, so I don't know what's going on. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can do something really quickly. Um, all right. Hold on. All right, let me see if I can do something. Hold on 1 sec, 1 sec, 1 sec, 1 sec, 1 sec. All right. Let's see. Hopefully this is better. Hopefully this is better. And yeah, yeah. Trump bad. Trump bad. Trump bad. Trump no good. All right, let's see. For elected acts, maybe white. Maybe white with a cloth. Wingless Angel, we love you. Clinton said, create a cry. Yeah, well. Wingless Angel, thank you. All right, OJ Clinton, thank you. I'm going to continue. OJ Clinton, the best in America in one name. Let's just look right now at. Let's look at. So early voting Republicans. Let's listen to this again. Democrats out. Okay. That's Maine. So I don't think Democrats are outpacing early voters in Maine, but that's Maine's pretty. I don't think there are too many toss-ups for Republicans in Maine. This is MSNBC. Republicans have huge turnout in early voting. So the Washington Post tried to make this a bad thing. A farmer or businessman who thought Trump would turn out to be a garden variety Republican might now be rethinking one-party government. No, they're not. No farmer or businessman who wanted Trump thought that Trump would be John McCain. So that's another flawed analysis from the Washington Post. My God, they live in their own world. They live in their own world. One thing's for certain, after campaigning with him and promising to stick with him, House and Senate Republicans are reinforcing the perception there is no difference between Trump and the GOP. Yeah, that's why the House is going to remain Republican, because he has historic popularity. Video, better or worse, help define. So that's the thing. It's like they don't get it. They do not get it. Of course, here we go again. OJ Clinton. That was a scream, hence. Blue wave gone. Blue wave gone. Blue wave gone. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ronald Foos. I take a beating, but I still keep on ticking. Thank you, DM. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So, the Washington Post is basically like, well, we really don't know. We really don't know if the early voting where Democrats, again, it's not working. Oh my God, what is going on here? This is the thing, Paul, everything else works fine. Like my internet is perfect. So YouTube was down like last week. So I don't think it's me. Pop D. Rat, something else happened yesterday. I sent a Twitter DM later. Enjoy it. Thank you, Papa D. I look forward to it. Wingless Angel, we love you. So the Washington Post was like, oh, yeah, this is going to really hurt Republicans because they're too closely aligned to Trump. No, actually, the establishment Republicans are basically dinosaurs. They're pretty much they've become extinct. They have absolutely become extinct. And the Republicans will keep control of the House. The full court press is that, oh my God, Democrats are going to win. Then when they don't win, it's like another shock, another like it's unfair somehow. Somehow they were cheated, another injustice, and Hillary Clinton will take the party down into the abyss of madness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been over an hour. Let's come back in a couple of hours or so. Maybe sooner than that. We will return. Thank you so very much, everyone. To my super chat, thank you. Let's try to get a better feed next. Thank you for dealing with this, everyone. I really appreciate it. Anyway, God bless. Thank you so much. Be here November 6, 2018. We're going to have a party. We are going to have, Rogue Scoundrel, thank you. We are going to have a party. Franson, thank you. Gary Vance, thank you. Paula H, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Papa D, thank you. Thank you, everyone. To my super chat. Mark, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Thank you so much. God bless. See you soon.